Hey, Tom from BlackToad Studio and welcome back to Weekdays of a Wargamer. And in front of you here we have some orcs at last, and I'm not ashamed to say that the group in front of you here, as I told in my last video, is the group that probably broke me from painting for a few weeks. So these grots down here, but once I got into them it was a lot of, I think I had quite a bit of encouragement from Dom, a few jibes as well about getting stuff painted as a group of friends do sometimes. And it finally pushed me into the edge of just to getting it done and sort of knocking through them. And I'm really quite happy with how they turned out. I wasn't going for like ultra detail on these guys because I've got so many of them, and they're all running these nice guns over here, which I put a bit more time into. But down here I've picked some pretty highlight colours like green and blues for the accessories and stuff like that to sort of make them stand out a bit. But other than that, they're pretty standard sort of wash and pick out all the detail that I wanted to. Without going too mad on them. I have a little work to do left on the bases because I just want to tie them up, but something you may know, I kind of tied them all at the same time just for a game, so I'll crack through all these at some point, along with the bikes at the back here, which I finally finished as well. This was on the back of doing these. I decided to sort of just crack on and do a few more orcs. The only one paint alteration I'll be making to these is I'm going to change the tyres to black. I wanted to try the red out because I was trying to keep it red and green as per my scheme. However, I think it just looks a little bit too red now. A friend of mine, Jamie, sort of had a little look at them as well, and he kind of agreed from that point of view and said that maybe the tyres look better black, so that is what I will be going back to do. However, it's nice to have some bikes for my orcs, and I think quite a few people who've watched me play my orcs, and also there's a couple of games coming up with my orcs, who would probably agree that I need this kind of unit in my army for them, because until they get their codex, these are probably some of the better units, I think, especially having used the guns over here as well. They turned out to be quite useful, although a little bit haphazard with the shooting because of the ballistic skill. But to be fair, when they do hit, they do quite a lot of damage, which is good fun. Likewise with these bikes, I haven't actually managed to use these in a game yet. But I'm hoping to soon. Going to try and line up a few games with them just to get them out on the field a bit and kind of get the orcs moving through some battle reports. But really happy how these guys turned out. They were quite simplistic to paint. It was more actually me holding back a little bit on them from the point of view of not putting too much detail on them, because I quite like my simple kind of orc red and green kind of paint job without going into too much individual detail, but I think I put enough in them just to make them look reasonably good for tabletop anyway. I'm certainly happy with them. So yeah, that's another section of stuff off my list which I had to get painted, and I'm looking forward to playing these. So that's another episode of Weekdays of Wargamer. I hope to see you again soon. This is Tom.